1946, a reliance of apprenticeships and skilled workers created a competition called WorldSkills.
Dreams for the future would be to get with a general builder, do a bit of work, and then hopefully get some houses cheaply, do them up. I have achieved it by, I don't know, just enjoying the course.
The 1950s saw on television the coronation of a new queen, Elizabeth II. The media industry was born.
Developed hugely at a rate that I don't think anybody would have been able to predict. With the changing technologies, what we deliver and how we capture what we deliver is changing at a rate of knots. Potential, I would say that it's based on those two things that I think about my own career progression.
In the 1960s, people achieved the impossible and sent the first man to the moon.
The moon landing massively affects the technology industry because it gave people a goal to look on, it showed that it's possible, and I feel it really moved it on. There have been massive great events, and the moon landing for me is probably one of the main for the technology industry. My dreams for the future are to become a fully qualified aeronautical engineer. My potential by sticking with what I'm doing at the moment, I'm in an apprenticeship with Kinetic, which they're putting me through all my qualifications to gain, my dream job.
The 1970s saw the UK join the EU.
So since the UK joined the EU has contributed a lot of European Social Fund. The skills that the EU has brought to the UK, it's a lot of practical skills. So there's a lot of new skill sectors now that's in the UK. It's achieved a lot of potential by being in the EU.
The 1980s. When war was declared in the Falklands, we needed the army. The skills of the people were called into action.
My dreams for the future is to pretty much carry on the way that I'm going and eventually get into the sergeant's mess. I have no reason to not carry on in the army. As for the army in general, it's changing all the time it's changing with the world as such. So obviously we've got to keep on top, keep changing our ways of life as such. So yeah, it changes all the time.
In the 1990s, the internet was launched. This revolutionised communication. New careers opened up to a new generation.
Standard, we're doing the showcase for the web design competition, so it covers kind of three of the core areas of sort of basic language with web design, and all potential students could come in and see kind of how those languages work. Well, I remember the internet when it was kind of just out, and it was pretty boring and there wasn't a lot going on. It's ubiquitous now. I mean, my job is based around the fact that our college's VLE is up in the cloud. With the way things are now, the internet is basically making it so that that's how we live our lives.
In the 2000s, communication would change forever. The smartphone was launched.
I think that the smartphone has innovated the world by allowing everyone to connect. You can find out about what's happening easier, quicker. What I use my smartphone for the most is through social media, such as Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. It just allows me to keep contact with my friends and family.
Anything is possible for your future.
One day a skill will click with you.
It doesn't matter how old you are.
Or how young you are.
You can do anything.
If you put your mind to it.
WorldSkills helps you achieve your potential.
Through competitions.
Showcasing.
And apprenticeships.
This is your skill show.